Welcome back to The Road Show. This morning in The Buzz, from the best highlighted in the Academy Awards to the worst in the Razzies, it's award season. So what are some of your favorite films of all time? Last year's big hits included Gravity, 12 Years a Slave, American Hustle, and in years past, the world raved over Argo, The Artist, The King's Speech, and Slumdog Millionaire. So we wanted to know what some of your favorite movies are. What is one of your favorite movies?
Ones that have won.
Yep.
I actually wrote some of them down. Titanic, The
Yes.
Departed, Crash, Forrest Gump. That
Forrest
one's
Gump,
great.
good.
Even Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
You know this. One of my favorite movies is The Shawshank Redemption.
Yes. Oh, that was also yeah.
I don't think that I didn't see
I
it
don't
on
think
the
it won for
list.
best. I don't think it won for best movie. But I
Yeah.
think the year that it did come out, I think it did win for like
See,
either
I'm
acting
gonna
or something
have
like
to
that.
see who the winning movie was that same year.
Right.
Because sometimes I'm like, okay, I'll let it slide.
Yeah, The Departed.
But I love that film. I love Shawshank.
The Departed was such a great movie. Forrest Gump, obviously a favorite movie. One of my other favorites that did win, obviously The Godfather, was
Yeah.
also on that list and a great movie. Argo.
So was Part 2.
So was Part 2, yeah. Both great movies. Argo, if you didn't get to see that from last year, at first I was like, well, everybody knows kind of how the story ends, but do you know what really happened in between and the negotiating and how they got,
And
everybody
so
out of the
clever.
country. And it was really just such a good movie. The other one from last year, Lincoln. Lincoln was a good movie, and if you like history, did you see Lincoln?
I didn't.
It's kind of moves slow, but it's such a great movie,
mentioning
and
that.
he looks so much like Lincoln. It's scary, but that's also such a good movie.
Before Susan Hogan left, I asked her what her favorite was. Casablanca.
Yes.
That's always
Right.
a classic for
Yeah.
a lot of people. And actually, Bonnie, who's part of our production
Yeah.
crew here, she reminded me that The Butler
Yeah, The
came
Butler
out,
wasn't on,
and it was not really recognized for anything.
And so many people were talking about it. I didn't see The Butler, but so many people were talking about what a great movie it is. And even when the movie came out, they were saying there will be possibly Oscar buzz for it. And obviously, that didn't happen.
Clearly, since then, greater movies
Right.
have come out in the Academy's
But
eyes.
there's a lot of people that are going to be very happy. Now, you went to see Gravity. You liked Gravity. Was it Oscar worthy?
Not in my opinion.
Not that we're voting members of the Academy at all. We have no say whatsoever.
It was a good film. I like George Clooney. I love Sandra Bullock.
Right.
But to me, it was predictable.
It was predictable. You know how it was going to end.
You know, it just didn't do too much.
Yeah. I do want to see American Hustle because
Yep.
we had
And Wolf of Wall
Street. Oh, because Armin was in them, and we had here also because all those movies got great reviews too. So those are the two that I really want to see. One of the other ones that's on the list from years past, Slumdog Millionaire. Did you ever see that?
No, I'm awful with this.
No, Slumdog Millionaire was
Now,
one of those.
these are movies that are on my list. I would like to see them.
I didn't go to the movies to see it. It was one of the afterthoughts where I rented the movie to see it, and I was like, oh God, I don't want it. It's going to be one of these artsy things. I don't want to see it. But then after sitting and watching it, it was a great movie. If you get a chance, you need to watch it.
There are a lot of great films. It's hard to keep up,
yes,
though,
it is.
because each year there's so many that you need to see, and even more come out. But we want to know what Brendan likes about the movies, and if you're excited about any ones that are nominated.
I love when I get into the theater and I'm the only person there. That's
always
my
great.
favorite thing about going to the movies. I do have a few favorites, but our Facebook friends have been weighing in as well all morning. Linda Shortman leads us off with a classic. She says, The Godfather is my favorite movie of all time.
Nice.
Can't wait to see the list of Oscar nominees. 2000 year was a good year for film. 2013, of course. Well, that list is now out, so she can check it out. Lucky McLean says Chariots of Fire. For many reasons, yes, and being Scottish is not one of them. And finally, Mark Anthony Simonson reveals, almost reaching senior citizen status, I have seen my share of best pictures. My favorite of all time is West Side Story, and I like The Wizard of Oz as well.
Nice.
And I'm not even sure if they are on the list, but they are favorites in my book. Well,
I did not see them on the list.
West
I'm
Side
sorry.
Story is on the list.
It
I
is?
checked that out, so
Must have skimmed over. Wizard of Oz is not, though.
I also
Wizard of
love the
Oz is
original
not.
Planet of the Apes. Don't laugh. It's true.